Hi, Jerry again. Week 2 homework help from Mathematics, Fundamentals of Mathematics, page 164. It's exercise 3.3.12. Okay, we look at this problem right here, framed by these brackets on the outside, and we kind of first glance might just have a little sense of panic inside us, and that's okay because that happens. So what do we need to do in order to solve a problem like this? What we need to do is go back to the order of operations, and this is where I have to recite to myself even, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. So those are the letters. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Okay? And the reason that we remember that phrase, and you may have seen that in one of the other videos, is that it goes parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction. And other than that, we work from the left, which you can't read, left to right. So if for any reason the level of operations are the same, like you've got 3 or 4 multiplication portions to your equation, or 3 or 4 things to add, those are of equal operation, and then you would just proceed left to right. Okay? So let's take another look at this thing, and what do we want to do first? Well, what I tend to think of is inside out. So we want to look inside the brackets, these brackets, this one matching with this one. Then we want to look inside the square bracket with this square bracket, and inside that the parentheses. There's a parent here and another parent, open and closed parent around that. So we start with that, and you may not be able to tell from this drawing as I look on the video even that this is a dot or multiplication. Okay, so that's where we start in this equation, is we start by multiplying. So we just take this part and say, what's going on in here? Well, it's just 4 times the number 2, which is 8, right? That part's simple. Now, one of the things that I think is handy to do is to actually rewrite the entire equation. That way you don't leave things up here that you forget to bring down to here where we're working. So we'll do the squirrely bracket, then 24 divided by 8, that's inside the square brackets. Now we've eliminated this set of parentheses, and we go back to the closed squirrely brackets and remember to bring down the 3. Okay, again, I know this seems really minuscule detail to write the whole equation out again, and once you get comfortable doing these, you can do these. But even during my master's degree, and I was doing a lot of mathematics, I tended to make careless mistakes like not copying down the 3, which will give you the wrong answer for sure. So I'm just encouraging you to try to take every step as you're refreshing your memory about how to attack these problems. Now we work inside these brackets, and we have 24 divided by 8. Well, how many times does the number 8 go into 24? Well, it's more than 1, because that's 8. It's more than 2, that's 16. Oh, what happens when you add 8 to 16? It turns out you get 24. So that's 1, 2, 3 times the number 8. Of course, division is the inverse of multiplication. So the answer in here, inside these square brackets, is 3. Now, one more time, I'm going to go through the pain of writing this down. 6 minus 3, and the other square or squirrely bracket. The square brackets have gone. The squirrely brackets are still there. So again, remember to put this 3, bring this 3 down. I do better with pencil than I do with marker, but the marker shows up much better. So now we have an equation that is open squirrely bracket, 6 minus 3, closed squirrely bracket, raised to the 3rd power. So what we do again is we work from the inside out. So what's 6 minus 3? Again, that should be pretty straightforward. So now we have 3, right? 6 minus 3 is 3. We still have the, well, actually, we just eliminated those brackets, right? So now if we rewrote our equation, it would be 3 raised to the 3rd power, which is equivalent to 3 times 3, that's to the 2nd power, or squared, times 3, which is commonly referred to as cubed. especially when you're talking about volume, cubic feet, cubic yards, cubic centimeters, those kinds of things. So we have 3 cubed, or 3 to the third, which equals 3 times 3 is 9. And again, we can use the distributive property if we want to. So that's 9 times 3, which is 27. Okay? Hopefully that helps when you're looking at order of operations and this specific problem on page 164, 3.3.12. All right, good luck with the other problems.